Great. Mark, good to see you, my old China. How are you?
Not too bad, Justin. How we doing?
Very good, thank you. Very good. Listen, I really appreciate you answering a few questions we've got today. What I want to kick start with is just, can you just tell us a bit about yourself and your recruitment business before joining the program?
So, my name's Mark Benaicha. I'm the managing director of ESMOS Recruitment. We're the only fully dedicated recruitment agency to the events industry in the Middle East. We solely specialize in that area and cover the entire supply chain from venues to organizers, agencies to supply, and all the rest of the above. As a former agency owner myself, event agency, I've kind of been through all the pain points that our clients go through. So 20 plus years recruitment experience behind me. We put the two and two together, and it's been a much needed breath of fresh air for the industry in the Middle East.
And what challenges or frustrations were you facing before you joined us?
Um, there was loads. Look, communication's never really been my big forte in terms of the marketing front. I've always known what to do. I've always been more of an operator, a traditional recruiter, if you will. I can always close a deal. I can source a candidate, but putting your point of view across to the market to reach a wider audience was never really my strong point. And I would always resort back to old school recruitment, kind of, identify a company, pick up the phone, find out the who's who, rather than really kind of sell the actual service that we do, and kind of how we can benefit multiples of businesses throughout the industry.
And what made you decide that you needed help then?
I'm crap at marketing. That's the honest answer. Look, I've always tried kind of, doing these sporadic posts on LinkedIn, and, you may get one or two likes or so forth. And, obviously I've seen other people with really good, consistent marketing. And well, I've always been of the mindset, well, if you're not good at something in particular, either learn how to do it, which I personally just don't have time for, or get someone in who really understands that and kind of help you get that point across or complete that task, to the best of your ability. And it's been great so far.
And how would you describe the experience of working with the team?
Really good. I mean, the initial discovery call I thought was really good with Sarah in particular. I think she's amazing. She really understands the businesses. She really understands marketing. She's, if I'm not mistaken, done marketing recruitment for quite a number of years. So when I had a discovery call with her, we really kind of dug under the skin to kind of find out, what was we trying to convey? Who are we as a business? Who are we trying to kind of communicate with in terms of our audience? And she really just understood how to put all those pieces of the puzzle together.
And how did Sarah, specifically then, sort of support you along the way?
Well, Sarah's helped us kind of really put these kind of structured campaigns together. We've got a structured marketing plan now. So with marketing, I think it's generally very inconsistent for people who don't know how to do it. So as I said earlier, it's these inconsistent posts, and sometimes you get a good kind of range of people, liking and commenting, engaging. Sometimes absolutely nothing. What she's managed to do is really kind of structure the campaign that we want to put out across, and the timeline that goes with it.
Was there like a light bulb moment you had when things just started to click?
Yeah, pretty much after the first post. I think once the first post went out, I mean, it was in the hundreds of likes, like, and the engagement. For me, more than likes, what I always find more important is the engagement, the post, the commenting, people interacting, because the idea is to kind of build that community around us. We wanted to position ourselves as thought leaders within the industry. We believe we are, but we're just not communicating it. And Sarah's kind of really helped us do that. And from the terminology that we're using, keeping our brand tone of voice, and again, just structuring the posts and timelines. And it's just really brought everything together. So that for me was the real light bulb moment. And it's like having our own marketing team in-house.
And what tangible results have you had since joining the program?
Oh my goodness. Well, we've had a flurry of inbound inquiries. I would say at least 50 to 60% of them have been converted into new business, new clients. We're averaging probably about 20 to 30% more live vacancies at any given time than we were before. And again, with new clients as well, it's new vacancies that are coming in that within events, you normally work on a lot of repeat type roles across different businesses, but now we're starting to see lots of new type of roles that are coming into the business. In particular, since we kind of really launched our event technology side of the business, we've seen a huge up ramp in event technology requirements.
And how's your business changed in terms of systems, mindset, and profitability?
Well, in terms of systems, I mean, we have kind of scaled in terms of focusing with marketing using tools like Sourcewell just to kind of bolster onto what's being done. Our tech stack has increased internally. We've increased in headcount. We've had to because we can't keep up with the demand. So we now have someone solely focused on event technology in Saudi Arabia. So everything, it's just generated the business to help us at that starting process of starting to scale out outwards and upwards.
And how has the program impacted your personal life or confidence as a business owner?
Confidence has always been high, so it's just kind of fueled my ego, if you will. But look, all round, it's just been really good for business. My only not hesitation, my only reservation is that I didn't do it sooner.
Okay. Okay. And what surprised you the most about the program and your own progress then?
The instant impact.
Okay.
Just how instant impact was. It literally was from the very first post, all systems go. I think within the first 4 weeks, we must have signed between 5 and 7 clients. The inbound inquiries from candidates who normally may not have reached out to us. The event sector is very incestuous, so people are sometimes quite reluctant and they'll rely on their own contacts. But we've seen a huge upswing in kind of really senior level candidates reaching out for confidential conversations. So it's opened a lot of doors, on the client front and on the candidate front.
And what would you say to someone on the fence about joining?
Hurry up. Like, don't waste time. Honestly, it's my biggest regret is just not doing it sooner. Prior to working with you guys, I'd been through numerous different kind of marketing options and people and tools and so forth, and nothing had really stuck. What I wanted was someone who understood us as a business and actually treated us like they knew us and acted as our marketing team. With Sarah, she understood the brand, she understood the goal, the mission, who we were, our history. She understood me. And she, as I said earlier, she just put those pieces of the puzzle together and she just made it work. But how efficiently and quickly it was, what was so surprising.
Fantastic. Mark, thank you so much for sharing. I'm glad to hear everything's been such a roaring success. And I'm no doubt you're onwards to amazing things. Thank you, mate.
Pleasure is all mine.